This is Floyd Donald. As we shared in our last presentation, in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, this disgraced city council member retains his seat, even though he has expressed his racist views towards black people. He used a racial slur, coon, placing it in front of Cunningham. He has also called him a pompous you-know-what. Some say he has a racist agenda on the city council. He claims that he does not. He also claims his Facebook post was a typo. But, as the record shows, he edited the post, and it stood there for at least 18 hours. The Pine Bluff branch of the NAACP doesn't believe it was a typo and has called for Brumett's resignation. In fact, the state's largest newspaper has said Bill Brumett needs to resign. Their latest call came on May 1st. The Arkansas Democrat-Gazette has opined that Brumett has become a roadblock to Pine Bluff's growth and development. Many of his fellow council members have said they will not work with Bill Brumett. Those council members have cast a unanimous vote, a vote of no confidence. Meanwhile, Pine Bluff's mayor, Debbie Hollingsworth, has distanced herself from Brumett and says she does not condone his views nor his actions. But Bill Brumett has devised a plan. Go after what he believes are the weak preachers that serve on the Pine Bluff City Council. To make his scheme work, these preachers, the ones that Brumett believes are weak, have been targeted. They are the Reverend Lloyd Holcomb Jr., the Reverend Charles Boyd, and Minister Stephen Mays. And here's what's scary about all of this. Brumett himself wrote it on Facebook. Quoting now, "I've got to get Holcomb, Boyd, and Mays to stay with me, and we will be able to handle the city's business without the other four." The other four meaning those who refuse to work with him. Brumett believes these ministers are unsophisticated, lacking understanding, and are easily swayed by his so-called published apology. He is convinced because of their religious views they will forgive. He is also convinced that they will ignore the will of the people and move on. Brumett's supporters have all joined the plan. Every time one of these preachers makes a conciliatory statement, they get a pat on the back, as in attaboy. Publicly, no one in the white or black community in Pine Bluff has come forward to openly express support for Brumett. His support comes in the form of a few bikers from nearby Sheridan, Arkansas. Many of those who have taken to Facebook to write horrible things about black women. For example, one post says that 90% of the black women in Pine Bluff buy weave and fake hair from Brazil and India. The post goes on to say black women in Pine Bluff spend more on fake hair and nails than they do their own children. And it goes on to say they should have a weave bowl in Pine Bluff. But it doesn't stop there. Brumett supporters have posted that Thelma Walker is a stupid idiot. She happens to be the only woman on the Pine Bluff City Council. They have posted that the NAACP president is a food stamp Farrakhan. Wanda V. Neal is retired. This woman, they say, is a mother of a coon. Donna Cunningham is retired. She's a retired educator. She happens to be a member of Reverend Holcomb's church. Why wouldn't this man stand with a longtime church member? Notice anything? All of the women are black. But Bill Brumett has yet to distance himself from these posts. In fact is, he has embraced many of those comments. Here, Brumett is seen being interviewed by the same woman whose Facebook posts refer to First Lady Michelle Obama as a baboon, as an ape. Yet Brumett claims that his apology is sincere. This is an injustice. Dr. King once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." In my opinion, if these preachers do business with Brumett, that would be an injustice to all black women in our community. Brumett wants us to move on. Forget about it, he says. Move on. But just imagine, in the face of injustice, if Daisy Bates of Little Rock had just simply moved on. Where would public schools in Arkansas be today? Imagine if Barbara Jordan of Texas had simply moved on. Texas politics wouldn't be the same. Imagine if Shirley Chisholm of New York had simply moved on. Hillary wouldn't be running for president today. Imagine if Fannie Lou Hamer of Mississippi had simply moved on. Blacks in that state would perhaps still be fighting for the right to vote today. Imagine if former state representative Dr. Josetta E. Wilkins of Arkansas had simply moved on. Breast cancer death would more than likely be astronomical here in Arkansas. And imagine if former state representative Jacqueline Roberts had just simply moved on. Educational standards in Arkansas would perhaps be null and void. And imagine if our current state senator, Stephanie Flowers, would have just moved on. Equal funding for the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff would perhaps be in jeopardy. All of these women have demonstrated courage. They have not simply moved on, they have fought racism and bigotry. It's time that these men do the same. It's these three preachers, their votes controlled and owned by Brumett, that are hurting what little progress can be made in Pine Bluff. And last but not least, remember the Brumett plan, a plan that says he will work to convince these preachers that he is a prophet of remorse. But Matthew chapter 7, verses 15 through 16 says it best. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits. In my opinion, the record shows what type of clothing that Bill Brumett truly wears. This is Floyd Noodle. Please share this video, post a comment, or inbox me a private message. Thanks for watching.